Tomorrow morning, you check your bank account, and $100 million is sitting there. For 10 seconds, nothing moves. Then your brain tries to spend it all at once. A mansion appears, then a private jet, then the face of every person who ever doubted you. But the first thing that changes is not your lifestyle. It is the meaning of every decision you make. $100 million does not remove pressure. It replaces ordinary pressure with permanent consequence. Your first real purchase should not be a car. It should be time, silence, and distance from your own excitement. Tell almost nobody. Make no public promises. And do not resign from your job with a speech prepared for social media. Sudden wealth creates a dangerous illusion. It makes every desire feel urgent, because every desire is now possible. That is why the first 24 hours are not about celebration. They are about preventing one emotional day from shaping your life. You contact a lawyer, a tax specialist, and an independent financial advisor. Their first job is not growth, it is protection. They help you understand what you own and what you owe, then reveal who can find out and which decisions cannot be reversed. This sounds boring, but boredom is your first reward. Chaos cannot enter a life that has not announced itself yet. Then the messages begin. A cousin has a business idea. An old friend has a medical bill. Someone remembers that you once promised to help. Each request may be reasonable, but together they turn your fortune into a public vote on whether you are still a good person. Say yes once and you create relief. Say yes twice and you may create a rule that everyone else expects you to follow. The hardest part is not deciding who deserves help. It is accepting that no amount of help will make every person feel treated fairly. Money changes relationships before it changes furniture, because people begin reacting to what you could do for them. That suspicion is expensive. It can make a wealthy person feel observed in every room and lonely in a crowded house. So you need a policy before you need an answer. Decide how gifts work, how loans work, and which requests receive no discussion. A boundary can feel cold in the moment, but a clear rule protects relationships from endless private negotiation. Now comes the part nobody imagines. Your calendar becomes empty, and freedom begins to feel strangely heavy. You no longer have to wake up early, impress a manager, or tolerate work that drains you. Work was not only income, it gave your week a rhythm, your effort a target, and your progress a way to be measured. When every day can be a holiday, holidays stop feeling special. Pleasure needs contrast, or it slowly becomes background noise. This is the psychological trap of unlimited choice. If you can do anything, choosing one thing means rejecting thousands of others. The fantasy asks what you would buy first, but the better question is what you would refuse to let money replace. Would you still build something slowly when you could purchase the appearance of success by lunchtime? Here is the scale of the problem. 1% of your fortune is $1 million. That means a choice that feels tiny can equal decades of another person's labor, and your sense of normal can shift almost overnight. If you spent $1 million every year, the original fortune could last a century before taxes, returns, and inflation. The danger is not one dramatic purchase, it is allowing a new normal to grow faster than your ability to understand it. A larger house creates larger upkeep. A private flight resets your patience. Luxury removes friction, then makes ordinary life feel broken. So the smartest response is not a shopping list. It is a system built from 3 parts: a fortress, a faucet, and a mirror. The fortress is the money you do not touch. It buys safety, privacy, and the freedom to survive your own worst decisions. The faucet is the amount allowed into your life. It turns a huge fortune into a controlled monthly flow instead of an endless open vault. The mirror is everything. Money must not erase your routines, honest friends, useful work, health, and reasons to get out of bed. The fortress protects your future. The faucet controls your lifestyle, and the mirror protects the person who has to live inside both. During the first 30 days, you make no irreversible purchase. You learn the tax rules and secure your privacy, then build your advisory team. You also choose a visible allowance, not because you are poor, but because limits preserve the ability to feel satisfied. You keep several old routines on purpose. You cook one familiar meal and call the same friends, then finish work that still matters to you. These habits are not small after the money arrives. They are evidence that your previous self was not merely waiting to be discarded. Then you design generosity as a budget, not a reaction. You can help people deeply without turning every relationship into an application. You decide what you support and how much you give each year, then choose who handles requests when emotion makes clarity difficult. This produces a surprising reward. Saying no becomes less personal because the rule existed before the person asked. And saying yes becomes more meaningful because it comes from a deliberate purpose rather than guilt, panic, or social pressure. You can still buy the house. You can travel, invest, and create, then give away more money than most people will ever see. But you do those things after your life has a floor, not while your identity is still floating above the ground. $100 million can solve almost every problem caused by a missing payment. It cannot solve a missing reason to wake up. It can purchase access, comfort, and attention, but it cannot guarantee trust, taste, discipline, love, or enough. That is the final paradox. The money gives you more control over your circumstances, while exposing how little control money gives you over yourself. If you win tomorrow, protect the life beneath the lifestyle. Build the fortress, control the faucet, and keep looking in the mirror. Before you spend a single dollar, name 3 things the money is never allowed to replace. Those 3 answers may be worth the entire fortune.